We have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China, and we have it under control. It's going to be just fine. So here's the story, folks. It's a whole hoax. And you know who's playing into the hoax? People like you and the fake news media. You may ask about the coronavirus, which is, very well under control in our country. No, I'm not concerned at all. No, I'm not. No, we've done a great job.
In 2014, when the Ebola situation was very concerning to so many Americans, you tweeted, "Ebola patient will be brought to the U.S. in a few days. Now I know for sure that our leaders are incompetent." More than 20 Americans have now been brought back to the United States with coronavirus. By your own measure, does that mean that your government has been incompetent?
No,
are you pleased with the response?
There's a big difference, in case you don't know, between Ebola and coronavirus. Big difference. It's like day and night. Because of all we've done, the risk to the American people remains very low.
How concerned are you?
Well, we pretty much shut it down coming in from China. We have a tremendous relationship with China, which is a very positive thing. Getting along with China, getting along with Russia, getting along with these countries.
Have you offered the Chinese president help with the coronavirus?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, we're offering them tremendous help. We have the best in the world for that. We've done a tremendous job. The flu in our country kills from 25,000 people to 69,000 people a year. That was shocking to me.
The worst is yet ahead for us. It is how we respond to that challenge that's going to determine what the ultimate endpoint is going to be.
The virus that we're talking about having to do, a lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat. It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear. We think we have it very well under control. We have very little problem in this country at this moment. The people are getting better. They're all getting better. And 61% of the voters approve of Trump's handling of the coronavirus. And, we did a very early move on that. I was criticized by a lot of people at the beginning because we were the first. We'd never done it before. We closed our borders to certain areas. When you have 15 people, and the 15 within a couple of days is going to be down to close to zero, that's a pretty good job we've done. And I closed the borders to certain areas of the world very early. We'd never closed the border before. We've never done that before.
Right.
And flights coming in and people coming in.
Yeah.
Because they had a very early problem, and I closed them. I took a lot of heat from the Democrats. They said, "What's she doing?" Because anything I do, they'll do the opposite. Now the Democrats are politicizing the coronavirus. And this is their new hoax. Right now, in terms of malaria, if you want it, you can have a prescription. You get a prescription. And by the way, and it's very effective. It works.
There's potential therapy for people who are infected with coronavirus. Is there any evidence to suggest that, as with malaria, it might be used as a prophylaxis against COVID-19?
No, the answer is no. And the evidence that you're talking about, John, is anecdotal evidence.
That's all it is, just a feeling. I'm a smart guy.
The worst is yet ahead for us.
Relax. We're doing great. It all will pass.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the response to this crisis?
I'd rate it a 10. This was something that we were thrown into, and we're going to handle it, and we have been handling it very well.
Nearly 200 dead, 14,000 who are sick, millions, as you witnessed, who are scared right now. What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say. We're testing tremendous numbers of people.
Dr. Fauci said earlier this week that the lag in testing was, in fact, a failing. Do you take responsibility for that? And when can you guarantee that every single American who needs a test will be able to have a test? What's the date of that?
Yeah, no, I don't take responsibility at all because we were given a set of circumstances and we were given rules, regulations, and specifications from a different time. Wasn't meant for this kind of an event with the kind of numbers that we're talking about. It will go away, just stay calm, and we're going to have to do something with respect to getting rid of this virus as quickly as possible. I've read about it. I read about many years ago, 1917, 1918. I've seen all of the different problems similar to this that we've had. This is a bad one. This is a very bad one. This is bad in the sense that it's so contagious. Political people walk up to me, they want to shake my hand. I said, well, it seems to me that if we do a really good job, will not only hold the death down to a level that is much lower than the other way, had we not done a good job. Even the professionals saying, no, it's too early to do that. We were very, very early with respect to China. I'll have a call with President Xi of China. Very good relationship. I would like to begin by announcing some important developments in our war against the Chinese virus. I talk about the Chinese virus, and I mean it. That's where it came from. Now, it came from China. It's very important that we totally protect our Asian American community in the United States and all around the world. They're amazing people, and the spreading of the virus is not their fault in any way, shape, or form. But they should have told us about this. Well, China was putting out information which was false, that our military gave this to them. That was false. And rather than having an argument, I said it comes from China. And what is the number as of this morning? Is it 32? You could tell me. Is it 32 deaths? See, if around that. I mean, think of it. The United States, because of what I did and what the administration did with China, we have 32 deaths at this point. Other countries that are smaller countries have many, many deaths. So it cost me billions of dollars to be president, and I am so happy I did it. Because who cares? Who cares? I'm really happy with the job we're doing, and I'm glad that this team and me are here for this horrible thing. America will again and soon be open for business, very soon. And our people want to go back to work. I'm hearing it loud and clear from everybody. And we can protect our economy, because I think our economy will come back very rapidly. What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question.
My first question is, you said that you don't take responsibility, but you did disband the White House Pandemic Office, and the officials that were working in that office left this administration abruptly. So what responsibility do you take to that? And the officials that worked in that office said that the White House lost valuable time because that office wasn't disbanded. What do you make of that?
Well, I just think it's a nasty question, because what we've done is, and Tony has said numerous times that we've saved thousands of lives because of the quick closing. And when you say me, I didn't do it. We have a group of people. I could ask perhaps my administration, but I could perhaps ask Tony about that, because I don't know anything about it.
Why did he do it? Well, it certainly wasn't about the money, because it wasn't a heavily funded program. It was certainly because it was Obama's program.
And explain, you're talking about the unit within the Centers for Disease Control.
No, we're talking about something much vaster than that.
We know all the people. We know all the good people. It was a question I asked the doctors before. Some of the people we cut, they haven't been used for many, many years, and if we ever need them, we can get them very quickly. I mean, you say we did that. I don't know anything about it.
You don't know about the reorganization that happened at the National Security
It's the administration.
Council.
Perhaps they do that. You know, people let people go. You used to be with a different newspaper than you are now. You know, things like that happen.
But this was
Please go ahead. We're doing a great job.
You've said repeatedly that you think that some of the equipment that governors are requesting, they don't actually need. You said New York might not need 30,000. You said it on Sean Hannity's Fox News. You said that
why don't you people act? Let me ask you.
You said
why
some
don't
states.
Why don't you act in a little more positive? It's always trying to
My
get you.
question to you
Get you. And you know what? That's why nobody trusts the media anymore.
But I have a feeling that a lot of the numbers that are being said in some areas are just bigger than they're going to be. I don't believe you need 40,000 or 30,000 ventilators. You know, you go into major hospitals sometimes, they'll have 2 ventilators, and now all of a sudden they're saying, can we order 30,000 ventilators?
That's why you used to work for the Times, and now you work for somebody else. Look, let me tell you something. Be nice.
We've done things that are pretty amazing.